Hey legends, what's up? It's Darkmech here, and today we're talking Protection Warrior in Dragonflight. So this video today is going to cover off the new talents, rotations, stat priority, consumables. I'm going to give you everything you need to know to be a level 70 Protection Warrior God X Pumper OMG Rufflecopter Lamau. Okay, now the information today has been collaborated with and sourced from Numurita, who you can find dropping knowledge bobs in the Skyhold Warrior Discord. We're going to start off by talking about talents today. It's the most interesting thing in Dragonflight with the new system. And the first one I'm going to set you up with on the screen here is a default core raid build. Things will change as the seasons progresses or the tier progresses, and we learn more things and things change, but this is a pretty good starting point for where we're at right now with the knowledge we've got. So the class tree is going to grant you 31 points to spend. You're going to be picking up things like Impending Victory, Leeching Strikes, Frothing Berserker, Crushing Force, Pain and Gain, Blood and Thunder, Armored to the Teeth, One-Handed Weapon Specializations, Avatar, and Unstoppable Force. Then when we move over into the protection spec side of the tree, we've got 30 points to spend, and you'll be gathering things like Strategist, Brace for Impact, Brutal Vitality, Sudden Death, Shield Wall, Heavy Repercussions, Enduring Defenses, Impenetrable Wall, Punish, Indomitable, Violent Outburst, and Ravager. So there is some flex here. You could elect to drop something like Tough as Nails and then pick up Bolster if you needed it. You could also, when you've got higher haste levels, look at swapping out Heavy Repercussions into the fray. There'll be a little bit of movement, but for now, this on the screen here is a really nice just default core setting raid build, and there'll be links to these in the comments below as well. For the Mythic Plus side of things, this is kind of the recommended build we'd be churning out. Again, you see some changes from that raid focused build, and no CC at all in it, and where you start to want to pick up those things in Mythic Plus. So from the raid to the Mythic Plus perspective, you'll drop Pain and Gain, Bounding Stride, Honed Reflexes, Cruel Strikes, and Uproar, and then you'll be picking up things like Stormbolt, Intimidating Shout, Barbaric Training, Endurance Training, and Shockwave. And then in the spec tree over the other side, there's really little movement between the two builds. You'll drop Battering Ram and you'll pick up Thunderlord, and then you'll be switching Sudden Death over to Show of Force. So moving into the rotational side of things now on the Prot Warrior. So your opener is going to be Charge. Whilst you're charging, you're going to hit Avatar, Taunt, and Shield Block whilst you're all on your travel time. You're going to cast Demoralizing Shout once you're in melee range because you'll be spec'd into Booming Voice. You're going to hit Ravager and then Shield Charge. Your rotational priority from here is going to be to use Shield Slam on cooldown, use Impending Victory when you need healing, use Thunderclap on cooldown, use Execute to spend Rage offensively during the Execute phase, and you'll use Revenge to spend Rage outside of the Execute phase or in AoE. If you're new to the class, some things to just keep in your mind: maintain your shield block uptime. Remember, you'll also be using Shield Charge when you're talented into Champion's Bulwark. To extend that, use Ignore Pain to spend your Rage defensively, and use Execute and Revenge to spend your Rage offensively. Stat-wise, you're going to be focusing on item level pretty much overall, then Haste, Versatility, Critical Strike, and Mastery at the moment. Moving into this last section of consumables for Dragonflights, we have files now in Dragonflight that replace flasks. So for Mythic Plus, you'll likely be running File of Eye of the Storm. In a raid, you'll run File of Static Empowerment if there is minimal movement. If there's a lot of movement in a fight, probably running File of Elemental Chaos. Food-wise, feasts are always the best that you can get. There's 3 options to choose from in Dragonflight. Grand Banquet of the Kaluk, Horde of Draconic Delicacies, and Yasar's Hearty Stew. If this is all too expensive, you've got some other budget options like Timely Demise gives you 35 haste, Braised Brisket gives you 12 stamina and 9 strength. There's a couple of other cheaper options. Stone-wise, you'll be sticking to the Sharpening Stone, and then enchants, we're going to be putting Waking Stats on our chest, which is primary stat. Cloak, we're going to be putting Rite of Leech or Regenerative Leech on our cloak. Wrists, we're going with Leech as well, Devotion of Leech, Writ of Leech. Legs, we've got Toxified Armor patches that are back here, so there's an Armored stat one or a Stamina stat one, so we'll likely be going with the Stamina stat one. Rings, we've got Devotion of Haste, or whatever sims highest for you in your secondary that you're going to put on. And then boots, we've got a Stamina enchant with Watcher's Loam, or a movement speed one with Plains Runner's Breeze. So I'd likely be going with the Watcher's Loam for that one there as well. Weapon enchant wise, we've got primary stat, which is Enigmatic Writ, or Enigmatic Devotion. Don't mind me. And then Mythic Plus option is possibly Frozen Devotion. We'll have to see how that tunes as the season starts. So that is it. Any questions, hit me up in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Hopefully this gets you on your way on the Protection Warrior and Dragonflight. Be sure to check out the channel for any further updates, and I'll see you all next time.
Legends, if you really want to help me out and support the channel, please consider pledging to our Patreon. Tier 3 and above will see you getting your name at the end of every single video we create, as well as some hidden perks in the Discord. Thanks so much.